Hello, my name is Vince Gelezunas, architect for Payne Family Homes, and welcome to the 2021 St.JUDE Dream Home walkthrough. I'd like to spend a minute talking about heroes. I think everyone can agree that the children who are treated at St. Jude Hospital are the greatest heroes. They face a difficult and uncertain future. They can't even pronounce the disease with which they're inflicted, much less understand why this is all happening to them. They endure uncomfortable treatments and procedures, and yet you can always seem to find one child with a smile on their face. Take one step back and you find the parents who know their child needs help but feel helpless battling a disease they don't know how to fight. Now take another step back and you see the doctors and nurses who look at their patients' pain and frustration on a daily basis. It must be difficult to see the most innocent among us in a desperate situation. They might get a moment's reward when a child walks out the front door cancer-free, but they can quickly be reminded of a harsh reality when one doesn't. There are upwards of 40 some odd dream homes built across the country every year. All those efforts must be organized, monitored, and tracked. The National St. Jude organizers, like the two Allisons, Tina and Stephanie, they travel across the country and make multiple visits to each site. This is certainly a heroic task, being on the road constantly to coordinate all of these separate endeavors. If you've ever chatted with one of the local St. Jude volunteers, yes, more heroes, you'd find that they work year-round raising money for the cause. Aside from our dream home, there are many other avenues of fundraising where they remain constantly active and vigilant. Now let's take a look around the room, as much as we can with this socially distanced situation we're all in. Pretend to look at your fellow tradesmen and colleagues. Everyone here is a hero. You're volunteering your time, your materials, your efforts, and very generously so. That commitment is admirable, and the extent to which we can provide an entire house is truly astounding. We all thank you. If you've personally worked out at the Dream Home, you might have been fortunate to have enjoyed a catered lunch. You gotta have fuel to build a house. Chris and Brian Bauer of Anna's Flying Pigs provided some outstanding competition level barbecue. They found a way as a patient's family to pay forward their experience with St. Jude. You've probably gotten a sugar high from the dozens upon dozens of donuts that magically and continually show up. Ron Steidel has done an annual on-site shrimp boil, and I've personally eaten more Chick-fil-A sandwiches than I'd care to advertise. Forgive me, I'm sure I've left a few donors out, but there's so many people willing to throw their hat in the ring. It's inspirational. Now I'd like to tell you a story about one more hero. This young woman, 23 years old, works at a popular fast food restaurant. She and her family recently moved back over to the United States after a few years spent in London, where her father's work had him assigned. Their family had never owned a house before. They always rented. She lived at home with her parents and two siblings. But somehow this young woman, making just a tad over minimum wage, bought not one, but 2 tickets for last year's St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. She never really thought about winning, but she did have a big space in her heart for the children. When I was her age, I don't think my heart was anywhere near that big to donate literally a couple weeks' salary to anything. I was busy pulling a few crumpled bills out of my pocket to see how many California coolers I could afford that night. I suppose we're all very aware that we could not even invite guests to physically walk through last year's Dream Home. This woman saw the virtual tour on the website and the ads and news spots on TV, but it's not really the same as moving through and feeling the spaces and experiencing that crowd of people and that excitement. Even with that, she felt compelled to donate. So did 11,500 other heroes. And the tickets sold out in just 15 days. Wow. Now let me take you back in time to the morning of the final drawing. Imagine her surprise when she heard her name read off the winning ticket. Wait, no, she didn't hear her name. She was at work, diligently adding the toasted caps to a tray of McMuffins. She didn't get a chance to listen to her voicemail until her shift ended that afternoon. Good morning, Rachel. This is Allison from St. Jude, and we are happy to inform you that you are the winner of the 2020 St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. Rewind, listen again. Rachel called back and soon realized that it wasn't a ploy from the car dealer trying to sell her an extended warranty. She actually won the freaking house. She hadn't seen it, hadn't driven by it. Uh, is there any way I might be able to walk through the house this weekend? I had the pleasure of meeting Rachel that weekend, and I've worked at many of the past open houses, but I never got to see the actual winner experience the home for the first time. I think she was going through the 7 stages of grief, trying to figure out what to do with this big house. 23 years old, single, living with the parents, the first world problem. Her mom, younger brother, and sister accompanied her. They were picking out the bedrooms and imagining what to do with the see-through wine cellar when they don't even drink. 2 words: cage dancing. She was most impressed with the simple things: a quiet garage door opener, a second floor furnace, a gas grill that was connected to the house line. She touched everything, not believing this was actually happening. Her brother tried out the shower controls and got unexpectedly blasted with the body sprays. And she repeatedly asked, "Can I see what's in here?" It's your house. You can open up any door you want. We went up the street to the sales office and design center, and she was received with rounds of applause from the other buyers present. It was more from jealousy, I surmise, but it appeared genuine. She saw the online photos and had reservations about physically walking through the home and falling in love with it. I suppose the photos didn't do it enough justice. She fell in love with it. I'm grateful that I could receive that small reward of experiencing her joy. Thank you, Rachel. Enough about last year. What are we doing this year? We just broken ground at Inverness on an Ashton 2 Elevation D. This home's about 4,000 square foot of finished space with 3 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. It starts out as a stock house, but we always have to spice things up in a few areas, provide a few of those dazzling, memorable moments. Look at that front facade. There's a little old school vibe with the masonry and the stucco board and batten treatments. And there's some new school touches with the classy coach lights and the clean modern front door. Come on, let's step inside. The front rooms are pretty much our stock Ashton 2 plan with 2 bedrooms and a den. And then the laundry and the stairs are just behind that. With a lot of people working from home now, that den or office space will probably play a more important role than it did before. Back in the great room, we're doing a see-through fireplace into a large screen porch. On the west side of the kitchen, those cabinets are your pet care station. In the center space goes a dog bed, and there's a pull-out tray that will hold the food and water bowls. On the other side, we'll put a trash can cabinet that you can fill up with dog food. Again, with the COVID thing happening, it seems like everyone's out buying emotional support dogs, and a few of these custom touches that'll make this area a little extra special. Over in the owner's suite, we're doing the luxury bath with the big tiled shower and dual heads. There's a skylight above because those are always cool. And the owner's bedroom will feature its own private screen porch and a separate entrance into the garage. That big garage will be subdivided, with the back half being something we're calling the doghouse. This will have some plush seating, a big screen TV, and then some cabinets. You could use this space to just chill out or make it into a nice workshop area. Now, when the wife tells you have to go out and sleep in the doghouse, you'll say, "I don't mind if I do." Moving south through a barn door into the front of the garage, you'll see a built-in dog wash station. It's an elevated shower base with short glass walls where you can hose down the pets or yourself. Now, Nick, let's go downstairs, see what's there. The lower level features a large rec room. There's a big bar down at the south end with a large live edge bar top. Check out that wine cellar tucked in under the stairs. On the north wall, there's a 6.5-foot linear fireplace. Lots of kids are virtual learning these days, so towards the front of the house, we added a Zoom room, your own little formal classroom and kids' activity center. There's a whiteboard on the north wall and a monitor down on the south wall. There'll be a couple built-in desks and a window well to light things up. Now when mom and dad check on the kids during the day, well, please note that this room is conveniently located right behind the bar. Being on semi-lockdown has forced a lot of people to exercise at home. Here's a dedicated space for a home gym. It'll be staged with some weights and a few pieces of equipment. The south wall is all mirrored, so you can see just how out of shape you've become. I guess round is a shape. Did I mention that the bar is just across the way there? Remember, there's a private screen porch off the owner suite? Check this out. We're reclaiming that area under the porch as a vault. It's like a closet inside of a closet, nicely hidden. You can use it as a walk-in safe, a safe room, food storage pantry, or a storm shelter. Hey, don't lie now. We all got that extra stash of toilet paper we need to protect at all costs. A very nice bonus space, though. To build this dream home, it takes many people, many heroes like all of you, and a broad base of fields and expertise. It seems routine since we build houses every day, but this dream home always seems to bring out the best in everyone. The dream is that little something that steps it up to the next level. It takes those four walls and elevates them into these cool spaces with the atmosphere and the drama and a bunch of those memorable moments. This dream will be all over the TV, the newspapers, and the internet. We need people to see that 10-second TV clip and say, oh, wow, I might like to win that. The dream home is also the starting point, the catalyst, that physical thing all of you heroes can make to help keep these children's hopes and dreams alive. Thank you. Thank you all.